Bear markets come and go. The crypto winter that began last year will eventually turn to spring. And with that in mind, the collapse of Terra, 3 Arrows Capital, and FTX may not end up being the most significant 2022 developments to leave a lasting impact on the industry. Depending on how things play out, that honor could instead go to a double whammy from early August: the placement of Tornado Cash Protocol and dozens of affiliated wallets on a US government list of sanctioned entities, and the arrest a couple days later of Alexei Pertsev, a developer living in the Netherlands who had contributed to Tornado Cash. Tornado Cash is a crypto protocol whose smart contracts will function as long as Ethereum exists. You can never really kill it. Nevertheless, Tornado Cash deposits are a quarter of what they once were, given the legal risk to any US citizen who actually uses it. Enter privacy pools, the spiritual successor to Tornado Cash, open for business to anyone in the United States. We're breaking it all down in today's episode. Tornado Cash was built to facilitate privacy on Ethereum. And remember, Ethereum is a public ledger. Wallet addresses are anonymous, but once they're linked to a person or a name, it becomes trivial to track that person's activity on the blockchain. So say someone reveals that a particular wallet address belongs to none other than King Charles. No matter where he sends his crypto, people are gonna know that the destination address contains the king's money and in all likelihood belongs to the king, unless you have a tool like Tornado Cash. But before I dive into Tornado Cash, if you haven't seen the comprehensive documentary-style video we made on the story, check that out right now. Tornado Cash is a protocol that mixes crypto deposits. So whatever comes out on the other end, well, who knows if that belongs to King Charles, who put some of his crypto in there, or even to Bruno Mars, who put some of his crypto in there, or any of the thousands of other people who put some of their crypto in there. At its peak in 2021, more than $1 billion had been deposited in Tornado Cash. It was the protocol of choice for anyone who wanted to maintain privacy on Ethereum and of hackers. On August 8th, the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, sanctioned the Tornado Cash protocol with some 4 dozen associated crypto wallets. OFAC cited the fact that some $7 billion in stolen crypto assets had been laundered through Tornado Cash, including almost $500 million by North Korean hackers. The bombshell sent shockwaves through crypto, leading several in the industry to get together to sue the Treasury Department. The suit argued that OFAC didn't have the authority to sanction a protocol. Coinbase is funding that effort. In the meantime, Tornado Cash is still around, and according to one of its original contributors, is on track to anonymize about $250 million of crypto this year. But US citizens are still barred from using Tornado Cash. If they had money in there, they have to ask the government's permission to interact with the protocol in order to take it out. So what is a privacy-loving crypto user to do? Well, there are alternatives, and Tornado Cash is open source, so you could just simply go and fork the code. But that original contributor, a developer named Amin Soleimani, actually went a step further with his tweet last week, where he announced that he's fixed Tornado Cash. What exactly does that mean? Well, he said Tornado Cash had a critical flaw because users weren't able to prove that they weren't associated with North Korea. The solution? Users of this new protocol, called privacy pools, can choose to exclude some subsets of depositors when they withdraw, and they can do that without revealing who they are. Put another way, just because someone deposits into the same smart contract as you doesn't mean they can also force you into sharing an anonymity set with them. That means users have the option to help regulators isolate illicit funds without revealing their entire transaction history. And what does the government think? Well, how the government feels about this is another matter. As we mentioned earlier, developer Alexei Pertsev was jailed. Many in the industry believe it was for his contribution into Tornado Cash and think that he's being made an example of. After months in detention, Dutch authorities said Pertsev was being charged with money laundering. Meanwhile, other privacy-preserving protocols are also trying to toe the line. They argue that there's a solution that can benefit all parties, users, protocols, and the state. The solution, they argue, stems from zero-knowledge technology, which allows a user to conceal blockchain-based transaction history, but reveal it on demand by law enforcement. And investors seem to agree as well. Recently, one of the leading privacy protocols, Aztec, announced that it raised $100 million during a round led by the venture capital giant A16Z. But let us know in the comments, what do you think of state intervention into privacy tools like Tornado Cash? And as always, thank you for watching.